Leos, welcome to your January 2026 reading, first reading of the new year. We're going to do a 3-card draw. We're going to do 1 card from each deck, angels, archangels, guardian angels, animal spirit guide that you're working with now in your animal totem, and then a message from a loved one. So that's anyone or any pet that you have lost, no matter when, that you had a bond with, coming through with a message for you. I do timestamp, so if you want to skip ahead to the messages, feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to shuffle, get some charms as well, and share with you any initial impressions I'm getting, and kind of what I did before I started your reading. This group of signs, Pisces, Libra, Cancers, and now yourselves, Leos. Before each group, I kind of did something different, kind of out of my normal routine, enough so that, I feel like it aligns to each one of your groups, something different that I did align for each of your groups. And with you all, I poured a fresh bowl of cashew nuts. And so my brain keeps reminding me it's there. So before I read your group, I dipped into the bowl and had a few more. And then I let myself have like a sip of a drink, and then I had a few more. So I don't know if you're like playfully enjoying and indulging in something. You're kind of like, this is only delaying things, but I kind of like it. I'm still gonna eat this. I'm gonna enjoy this. It's not really harming anything. It's not a huge delay. It's not gonna have a big impact. Your video still got uploaded. Your reading still got done, right? Just sort of my schedule. It impacted my own schedule. So not really a ripple effect. It's just something that you might be doing that's distracting self, or just giving into a little pleasantry that you like to have. So a little like me time, I guess I should be saying. Okay. Okay. So we'll see what charm they want to pair. Just trying to see so you can see inside my fingers and camera. It's definitely more fun to watch the charms move than my fingers move. Or just stare at my fingers and not see any charms. They're moving my hand quite a bit. Oh no, it almost feels like a pendulum swing that they're doing here. So I don't know if you're asking a question, because pendulums are for some direct clarity, like yes, no, maybe, not now, not yet, in the future, right? So I don't know if you're getting an answer there that you've been asking. And then loved ones. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of all these 4. Definitely feels like it was the golden ring here that they want. But they would not let me pick up love, so I was already wrong there. So we've got a commitment. It could be a love, romantic commitment, or a commitment that speaks to your heart, right? A passion project, a passion dream job. That's what that can mean. And your animal spirit guide's going to work with you now as you sort of live that experience, as you navigate that experience. We've got the cherries with your loved ones, and the mushroom here with the angels. Okay. Starting with the archangels here. Guardian angels, angels above. We've got my little mushroom. My little kind of, I guess like the cashew nut I was talking about in the intro, like a little delight, kind of there in plain sight, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna pluck that mushroom and eat it, right? Alice in Wonderland, right? She chooses what to grab and kind of eat. So, there might be a little a little fun you're having right now. Again, for me, it was my cashew nuts. For you, it could be whatever. You know, maybe you found enjoyment in swimming laps at the public pool, but you haven't told anybody. You're just like, I'll see you later. I got something to do for an hour, and you're there enjoying the pool, right? You've kind of discovered this. Maybe that's what I'm trying to get to, or maybe that's what they're trying to get me to, is like this little discovery. You tried it, it delighted you, and right now you're kind of indulging in it. You're allowing yourself to have moments with it. Six of Pentacles. Yeah, look at you, like catching it, looking at it, playing with it, enjoying it, right? Just a simple little pentacle. You know, if we picture this as, take away the pentacles, and maybe this is like pennies, right? Pennies from heaven. So just little joys, simple things, a lucky penny. Maybe you've been seeing coins or pennies or smaller denomination wherever you are in the world, sort of your lowest domination coin. Maybe you're finding that, or maybe it's like a collection you've started. Only you know about it or enjoying it. Maybe not really. I mean, she's sharing it here with someone else, but maybe it's just something you got introduced to, right? Someone else introduced you to it, but they don't know, and nobody else knows that you're kind of going down the rabbit hole with it, right? Sometimes we get introduced to a show, but there's some kind of like positive influence happening here from the universe. I'm going to go back to my cashew nuts. I'm snacking on cashew nuts. I'm not snacking on my ketchup chips I was last month. I'm not snacking on a lot of Christmas goodies and chocolates that were out and around. I'm still snacking, but definitely made a more healthier choice today. So this is a healthy little indulgence. This is playful. Angels above have absolutely no problem with you kind of letting yourself have this simple joy, letting yourself go down this rabbit hole. It is pentacles, so a golden path that may be leading somewhere, something you're leaning into, something you're dabbling in, something you're just enjoying right now because it makes you happy, right? There's no other expectations. It's just, ooh, I like this, and it's going to be drawing you somewhere here. So a little sneak peek at where 2026 might be going. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. The animal spirit guides here have two charms. Let's get them together. We have the golden ring, which I was attracted to immediately. In the intro, when it came down, I knew that was the term they wanted. We had a little bit of a pile. I tried to discard this one with the pile, and it pretty much stuck to the card and stuck to the table. So for those of you in this space, this is a commitment at a romantic love level. Doesn't necessarily mean with a person. It could be with just another companion. It could be a dream job that you connect with. Some form of ultimate fulfillment in your heart space that you're going to be gaining. This could be love with self, a renewed commitment to yourself, an agreement, but there is this level of satisfaction, fulfillment with it. So purpose, dream come true, or romantic commitment. Oh, so sticky. Maybe this, you're Leo the lion, right? So yeah, no wonder it was sticky. It is you, right? Your animal spirit is working directly with you at this time. That's the amount of good luck that is with this message, this golden ring. Your lion spirit has stepped forward to work with you. Be generous of spirit. It's a nice message, right? Walking forward with courage, bravery, but most of all, gratitude, right? Acceptance and gratitude. I'm thankful for this. I welcome it in, right? I'm ready to receive. That's the courage. That's the bravery. This is meant for me. That's not egotistic conversation. That's manifestation, that's affirmation, that's self-knowing. Look at your lion joining you in your pride here. I wonder if, well, it was sticky, so stick with you. I was just gonna say, I'm wondering if I do your monthly reading for like your birthday month, your birthday season, if the card comes again, like if Leo pops up again. I don't know why my arms won't stay still. Shaky a little bit here on the camera. Maybe you're eager to go forth with this. Anticipation, right? The lion here is kind of ready to kind of step forward, right? Lead the pride, as I was saying. Guide. So leadership could be succession, growth, a new milestone, right? In a relationship moving forward. Lots of green, lots of healing. This could be like financial healing. This is healing of self-belief, confidence, esteem, knowing your value, seeing yourself, right? Seeing your true self, Leo the lion. So your animal spirit guide here is reflecting yourself back on you. Look at yourself, look at everything you've done, look at what you've conquered. You're ready for this. You deserve to receive this. You've manifested this with that golden ring there, right? You're following your heart. You're intuitively guided. This is where you've meant to be, the direction you're meant to be facing and going. Kind of all of that is coming on through here. Okay, so the loved one's message. They've grabbed the cherries here. Almost feels like this message here. Love for those of you seeking love, but this could just be companionship, because it feels like the two cherries are coming together, smiling at each other. Maybe if I turned it a bit, kind of looks like a face with a smile, and then the other cherry with their smile. So kind of birds of a feather, right? Like attracts like, coming together. A good time. In terms of like an experience that you're, like a shared experience. This could be a vacation, a trip, an event, like a venue. Could be a shared interest that you both kind of try out together. This could be you dating. I don't know. This is the loved ones coming out or going out on date nights, or I feel like it's you and a companion, right? Could be you with your pet, kind of going nose to nose, hanging out, doing something together you enjoy. And your loved ones are commenting upon this. So the Hierophant. In this deck of cards, I always read her as sort of this healer of kind of the community. But for you, I'm reading as like a throat chakra here, which is interesting that I was seeing the cherries as mouths, right? But there was no eyes, no nose. I was just reading it as the face with the grimace, right? The mouth. So mouth, throat chakra, speaking stick. Like don't hold yourself back in January at this time. Again, letting yourself shine. But there's like this speaking, knowing, well, wow, I'm really stumbling over myself here. Maybe that's how you feel right now, or maybe that's how you fear you will be. So I just did it for you. Done, dusted out of the way. Ashley did it. The white of her dress here, her fashion, that's confidence, esteem, self-belief, and like trust in self, right? So, but she's placing it on her temple as well. So this is your thoughts. Trust your thoughts. Have belief in your thoughts. Have confidence that you will express yourself with clarity. You will express yourself in a manner that will be received. Trust that others will want to listen even, right? Like you have thoughts to be shared here. They're really pulling me into the flower, right? You like, there's encouragement here to express yourself because what you have to offer is so grand, right? Now the waters kind of part and move up in sort of this smoky kind of fashion here, this airy, light fashion. And I was talking about ripple effect, sort of the impact, right? This path. It's like the smoke is clearing once you like speak. I don't know if that's your power, your ability. Like you don't believe you articulate yourself well, but when you do speak, you deliver profound ahas to everybody else. You know, I'll just continue using myself as an example. In some videos, like some of your comments make me, like when I read them on like how you were able to connect or have your own aha moment, like for me that's like an aha moment for me. I'm just like, oh wow, you know, I talked all weird and they figured out the message, and you know, that was the positive impact. That's really cool. So like the clarity, right? Maybe that's a reverberation you'll receive, and that will be like an ongoing kind of sign for you. But I think this is more so you need to speak. There's so much value in your thoughts because they will provide insight, they will provide clarity, they will provide hope and optimism, they will inspire. Sort of all that beautiful energy comes out. But right now I feel like you're kind of maybe holding yourself back, maybe not necessarily not speaking, but because of this sort of newness, maybe you're anxious, maybe it's the first time you're on stage, maybe it's the first time you're in a role where you need to speak or present more, but you kind of have an innate gift here. You know, it's within you. Maybe that's what you're being introduced to here. You know, you kind of step into your sort of this new realm of, you know what, I will just express myself. I will just say it. I'm being invited to speak, right? Someone's inviting me into conversation, so I'll lean into it. This, like I said, this could be just date night and someone going, oh, like maybe you make a soft little comment and they go, oh, tell me more about that. That's really interesting. And before you may brush it off and go like, oh no, like it's not as interesting as you think, really. Instead you go, okay, well, bear with me. I might go all over the place. I'll do my best to explain, but this really excites me. So, you know, get ready for this ride. You know, let them see that because they're smiling, right? They're giggling, they're smiling, they're talking to each other. The conversation is ongoing, right? The kind of smoky, kind of oracle-ish tone to how the water here seems to be depicting for me. You know, you're embracing who you are, you're showing that, and you're delivering sort of this open-mindedness to others. And who knows where that path is going to take you, right? When you start to receive and give and be grateful for different positive influence, different kind of support. Like, who knows, this person might come back and say like, oh, you should tell more people about this. You should like maybe do something and like invite people to it. Like, right, the reverberation that I was seeing, the positive feedback that you might be getting, sort of connecting back here to this golden path that I was kind of like, what are the angels here kind of sneak peeking you at for the year? And then your other guardians went, no, that's for the loved ones to tell them. Right? No stepping on toes here. So beautiful reading, Leo. Love who you're working with at this time. Looks like you've tapped into something fresh, something new, an idea, something you were introduced to, something you've been thinking of, maybe following that passion, having the courage to do that, and then this unlocking of your throat chakra, allowing yourself to kind of share more. Not that you aren't sharing, but just share more, express more, elaborate more, indulge more in owning the stage, right? You're holding the talking stick. So take that moment and say everything you need to say, like share. And so we'll connect next month, and we'll see sort of how you're progressing here. Where has you and your lion spirit led yourself? Are you heading down this path? That'll be interesting.